Coming up on Eagle Vision News, we tell you what cause prompted hundreds of people to walk through the streets of LA.
And we also show you how President Obama is taking the initiative to participate in the Clinton campaign.
And our reporter Kiara Bernal shows us the latest Halloween attraction in Los Angeles. All this and more coming up on Eagle Vision News.
Welcome back to Eagle Vision News. I'm Brooke Carlucci.
And I'm Jensen. So Brooke and I had a fun time this weekend. We went out to Elysian Park near Dodger Stadium to help out the community.
Yeah, it was really awesome. We planted some trees, talked to some great people, and we'll tell you more about that later in the show. But first, let's get to our top stories. On Saturday, an active duty member of the U.S. Navy is facing DUI and vehicular manslaughter charges after his truck flew off a bridge, killing 4 people and injuring 9. The 25-year-old truck driver named Richard Anthony Cipollio was driving alone in the vehicle in San Diego when he plunged 60 feet off the Coronado Bridge into a vendor booth at the festival below. Cipollio was taken to the hospital with major injuries and is currently in custody.
A diver barely escaped with his life after a great white shark broke into his underwater cage off the coast of Mexico, and all of this was caught on video. A group of people were taken out on a great white shark cage diving trip, and in a scary turn of events, a shark broke through the side of the cage. Within a few seconds, the shark quickly lunged out of the opening at the top of the cage and swam away. The man trapped inside has been identified as Ming Chan and escaped the attack shaken but completely unharmed. Another diver on board described the terrorizing event, saying that the diving guides lured the sharks with tuna near the cages. So this shark lunged at the bait and forced its way through the metal rails. The divers on board said that this experience will not deter them from diving, and they look forward to going again.
In political news, on October 24th, President Obama is heading to Beverly Hills for a fundraiser to raise money for Hillary Clinton's Victory Fund. The money raised at the fundraiser will go to the Democratic National Committee and state Democratic parties, and the contribution level is currently at $100,000 per person for the Clinton fundraiser. President Obama will also appear the next day at a Beverly Hills roundtable discussion to benefit the Democratic Senatorial Campaign Committee in attempts to reclaim control of the Senate on November 8th.
Los Angeles has one of the worst homeless problems in the country, and this upcoming election is giving voters a chance to do something about it. Ballot measure HHH is a $1.2 billion bond paid for by an increase in property tax. If it is approved, the measure would increase LA residents' property tax by about $10 for every $100,000 worth of value for the next 29 years. However, HHH only pays for construction. Salaries, services, and furniture are not included. On Sunday, Mayor Garcetti spoke at the All Saints Episcopal Church, urging California locals to pass the proposition that would help provide housing for the homeless. The city would use the extra money to build 10,000 housing units for the estimated 30,000 people on LA's streets. Now our reporter Kiara Bernal takes us to the streets of LA to tell us about the A21 Walk for Freedom.
In Hollywood, California, hundreds of people gathered with the organization A21 to help end modern-day slavery, which ranges from manual or sexual labor from adults and children. Before the walk began, participants were able to write letters to traffic survivors and take pictures to post on social media to let family and friends know about the worldly cause. The almost 3-mile walk started out at a church and went around a few well-known streets, leading them back to their starting point. Onlookers looked at the participants walking along their paths and learned more about the cause by receiving booklets that were handed out by the volunteers that explained more about modern-day slavery that takes place in the United States every day. Men and women of all ages come out to Hollywood to help end human trafficking for many different reasons.
And I want to support everybody that's, stuck in the situation that can't stand up for themselves.
We have a responsibility to be aware of what's going on in the world, to be a voice for those who are voiceless.
I really just wanted to be a part of this to make a stand in LA, especially a city that I feel like is so broken.
Accomplishing over 300 walks in 40 countries, A21 has once again managed to help abolish slavery one step at a time. This has been Kiara Bernal, Eagle Vision News.
So now we have reporter Brenna Kaw here, and she's going to tell us about a recent fundraiser that Biola did.
That's right. On Saturday, Biola University alumni and constituents raised an additional $22,000 toward the total of $178 million raised to the university's fundraising campaign. A group of about 50 alumni, parents, and friends of Biola gathered in downtown Dallas where they connected with President Dr. Barry Corey. This event starts the final leg of Biola's campaign national tour. So far, they have raised more than $700,000 from national tour events. The tour will continue with 3 final stops in Denver, Los Angeles, and Chicago. The campaign for Biola University is the largest fundraising initiative in the history of Biola and was launched at the Ace Hotel in downtown Los Angeles on May 9, 2015. The goals of this campaign are to raise money to improve student affordability, provide facilities that inspire learning, extend Biola's global reach, and to influence the world of ideas. As of right now, the campaign is just 3% away from its goal of raising $180 million.
Thank you, Brenna. Well, much of Los Angeles has become run down over the years, but one group is doing its part to bring the community together to help restore LA's oldest park. Drought, pollution, environmental negligence. All of these things have contributed to LA becoming run down over the past few decades. But many Los Angelinos have not lost hope in restoring their environment. Over 200 volunteers gathered in one of LA's historic neighborhoods to plant trees in Elysian Park.
I'm hoping it'll bring more people out to the park, bring out some shade for people to sit under, maybe have some picnics, I mean, who doesn't want to walk through like fields of trees, It's like kind of just open space right now. So.
See this little girl right here with the shovel? That's why we're doing this. For our future generations. We're utilizing the latest drought-tolerant and drought-resistant technology thanks to the Department of Water and Power.
The trees here at Elysian Park are being planted with mycorrhizal tablets that help to grow a strong, widespread root system and sustain them through California's drought. As part of major urban reforestation efforts, the City Plants organization was granted land to restore the park after much of it had died because of the drought.
They've absolutely been decimated, and so this year we're really concentrating on revitalizing parks so that we can plant the next generation of trees.
City Plants is a partner with many nonprofits as well as the City of Los Angeles, aiming to help restore low-canopy communities. The volunteers worked all day to plant 100 trees throughout a main section of the park.
I've never done it before. It sounded like a great opportunity, and I'm happy I did it, contribute to the community and improve the environment.
The fact that it's in our backyard is pretty amazing, planting a tree and being able to come back to it later in years to come.
This is Jennifer Jensen reporting for Eagle Vision News.
Thousands of jack-o'-lanterns have taken over LA this week. Reporter Kiara Bernal tells us more about it.
Rise of the Jack-O'-Lanterns has returned back to Los Angeles, hosting its very first indoor event with 5,000 hand-carved jack-o'-lanterns that are displayed throughout the arena. At Rise, you can see the pumpkins carved and sculpted in many different kinds of creative images, ranging from favorite LA sports teams to popular superheroes designed by many artists.
Oh, they make like Wonder Woman, Superman, Batman. It's really cool.
I liked it a lot. I thought it was cool to see the variety of pumpkins, and it's just a fun thing to do.
Some fan favorites that are a classic to Rise are the life-size dinosaurs, dragons, and wildlife animals created by the talented team of pumpkin carvers. The highly detailed jack-o'-lanterns also left a few visitors with a new appreciation of this artwork, leaving them wanting to create something done by themselves by purchasing a pumpkin at the event. Surrounded from wall to wall of thousands inspiring jack-o'-lanterns, visitors encourage those who are thinking about attending this year's Rise event to come out and have a great time.
A unique opportunity because you don't see this a lot. Like, this is not like
like street art or like paintings or anything. It's, you know, very seasonal, and it's almost Halloween, so it's just gonna be a fun thing to do on a Friday night.
Although the time to attend Rise of the Jack-o'-lanterns at the Los Angeles Convention Center has passed, you and your family and friends can still attend at the Pomona Fairgrounds, where it will be held on October 27th until October 30th. This has been Kiara Bernal, Eagle Vision News.
Those jack-o'-lanterns actually look like a lot of fun. I kind of want to go carve a pumpkin for myself.
That sounds awesome.
Well, speaking of spooky Halloween things, did you know that the supermoon came out for a little bit last night?
I did, and I actually have a really cool graphic that I want to show you guys over there in the Weather Center. So follow me. So here I am in the beautiful New York City, and behind me we have the gorgeous Statue of Liberty with a supermoon behind me. It has a very nice Halloween spooky feel, and this picture actually went viral on Twitter. A guy named Maximus up in NYC took this picture and it just went viral. I totally understand why. It is awesome. Let's take a look at our current conditions. So this morning, we actually got a little bit of rain here in La Mirada at Biola, and it was definitely a little bit chilly this morning. It started out with 60 degrees and it got comfortable with 71, cooling down to 59 tonight. Now let's take a look at our national forecast. As you can see, it is nice and toasty in the center of the country, especially in Texas. We've got 90 and we've got some 89s. Now that is hot. Over in our little area of California, it feels good with the 65. It's definitely starting to feel like fall, but of course it's going to get a little bit hotter. Let's take a look at the 7-day and I'll show you where that heat is coming from. So Monday today it was, you know, the 70s, 74, and Tuesday and Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we are going to feel the heat. So Tuesday we're creeping up to 80 with a low of 58. Wednesday we've got 93. Thursday 98, folks. It feels like summer. If you're going to the Cubs-Dodgers game, you are going to want like an umbrella hat to keep you cool, you guys. It is going to be hot at that baseball game. Saturday creeping down a little bit, 89, and going back to 84. So it feels warm, it feels good, but we are loving the sun no matter what, and we'll take you back to the studio with Jen and I.
Well, that's all we have for you tonight, but be sure to join us next week to learn about the ballot measure that will change the LA Metro system.
And we will also take a look at how this fall's sports season is kicking off.
Until then, you can keep up with us online, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Biola EV. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to see previous shows.
Thanks for watching. Biola students, enjoy your Torrey conference, and we'll see you next week.